Hello, my name is Lhexen Rabit. I am majoring in fashion design and I'm also part of the Rams men's volleyball team. My mental health journey, I guess, started when I was in high school, when I felt very different. That's when I was, I guess, like kind of figuring out my sexuality. I was already kind of struggling with it when I was a kid, but obviously I had no idea what mental health was. I was involved in sports teams. I played club volleyball, and no one really knew about like my sexuality, so I was hiding, I guess, most of the time, and it took a toll on my mental health and my anxiety as well, because I was so scared of, I guess, like people knowing about my sexuality. And yeah, I it was a bit of a struggle, but I did go through it. And once I got through it, it made me feel better, I guess, about myself and my sexuality. I was feeling very confident by the end of my high school. And when I graduated, I didn't really think I would go through it again. But yeah, and when I got here at Ryerson and got recruited to the team, I didn't really know what was happening. But I had an idea of, I guess, like the culture of varsity sports, or being in a varsity team. And yeah, I struggled with the same thing I struggled with in high school. And yeah, I was hiding again, which was taking a lot on my mental health. By the end of first semester is like when I started really coming out of my shell again. And that's when everything was going fine. And by the end of my first year, everything was pretty great. I was happy with everything that was happening in sports, in school, even with my sexuality. When COVID hit, I was struggling with my mental health more just because I didn't really know what was happening. And I'm the type of person who is more prepared. So I guess if you compare to like my mental health before and during COVID, it was more about, I guess, my sexuality, and then during COVID, I guess it was more about just life, what was happening, why I was struggling with that. And yeah, I struggled during COVID just because I did not know what was happening. I didn't know what to do. Our season got canceled, which was pretty tough on my mental health as well, because volleyball was almost like my escape, and it was a big part of my routine and everyday life. And once I didn't get to do that, I I had like more time to overthink about my emotions and what I couldn't do. Like just thinking about things I couldn't control and wish I could control but I couldn't. It all just takes a toll on you, and sometimes you don't even know. That's when I knew that I wasn't really taking care of myself because of the pressure I was feeling. I was prioritizing a lot of things except my mental health. Obviously, my mental health is still a struggle sometimes, but it's much better now because of what I've gone through. I think in the beginning, when I read about this scholarship, I kind of just saw it as a scholarship itself. And but once I was reading more about it and reading what I have to do, and I guess just like the theme of this scholarship, I kind of got inspired about telling my story more. I guess being comfortable about telling my story to other people and just telling people what I've gone through, it's a big deal for me, because I'm really never the one to like talk about my feelings. I always kind of hide what I'm feeling. I guess just because of what I went through, I kind of already have that mentality that I could just hide it because I can. And yeah, when I heard about this scholarship, it was kind of an opportunity to tell my story and what I've gone through as a kid throughout high school and now. I guess I was also like trying to avoid problems. A big part of my problem is obviously financial stuff. This year, I didn't want that to be the problem. An example is like I didn't want my financial problems to take a toll on my mental health, and I think that's why I applied for this scholarship as well. Winning the Ramstock Award obviously means a lot to me because I get to tell first I get to tell my story, but at the same time I get to inspire people to tell their story and be open about their problems, even if it's financially or anything about relationship or the volleyball or academics. I want me receiving this award to be an example for other people as well, and for people to apply for this scholarship because it means a lot to me for this to keep on going and obviously inspire other people as well.